Hello travel buddies, where have you been? I have missed you even though I don't know you yet. I just wanted to jump on here and introduce myself in hopes that you will get to know me over the next couple of months and that I will probably get to know you via the comments. My name is Nasilia. I'm a marketing expert with over 12 years of experience as a creative producer in advertising. I'm a little nervous because I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I'm more of a behind the camera type of person, but bear with me, we're gonna get through this. In the last couple of years, I've been traveling more and just really taking time out to enjoy everything, stop and smell the roses, and really just take things in as an experience, which leads me to why I'm creating this channel. I really shifted my intentions towards traveling more with purpose. So for me, this is really to take me on a journey of working with the brands overseas, finding out how marketing is absorbed overseas, taking my skills and really just applying them internationally, because I just think it's that time for me and my career. Not just be a tourist or a voyeur anymore. I really wanted to not necessarily blend in, but appeal to more of an international audience. And the best way for me to do that was to leave. And so I've been spending my time doing that over the last couple of years, and it has been a blast, and I intend to do it so much more, and I want to take you on the journey along with me. These days, I'm rebranding myself as a travel enthusiast and travel marketer, and that means I will be bringing you information, showing you how to pay for your trips, and even introduce you to some global brands that you never heard of, or maybe you have heard of, but pretty much just showcasing them in a different way. I know sometimes when you look at other people taking these trips, it feels a little bit unattainable. It feels daunting, like, how could I ever take these trips? I could never pay for these trips. But I'm here to tell you that you can, because if you really decide that you want to do something, you can do it. And that goes for anything, not just travel, but in this case, specifically for travel. You can make those trips to Bora Bora, the Maldives, all of those things. It really just comes down to if you're willing to make a few cuts here and there to pay for your trip. Sacrifice that cup of coffee every day, sacrifice that extra thing that you don't need just so that you can put towards your travel fund. Now, it might mean that you only get to take one trip per year, or it might be 5 trips to smaller destinations per year. Whatever the case is, you will get to travel. You will get those stamps, and we're gonna make sure of it. I've always had a travel bug. For me, I guess you could say I was born with it. I'm from the islands, and like most people from the islands, you get a passport as soon as you're old enough, which is typically around the age of 2, because up until you're 2 years old, you're able to travel on your parents' passport. There was a period in time when I wasn't traveling much, and that was, due to different circumstances, but one of them in particular was that I was just scared to go to anywhere outside of the country by myself. I'm not scared like I thought I was gonna get hurt or anything like that, but just shy, I guess, thinking that, oh, what am I gonna do by myself? There's nothing to do, I won't have anybody to talk to. But that could not be any further from the truth. Believe me, I've done it several times, and I'll tell you this, I'm more inclined to take that trip by myself than to wait for a group of people to take that trip with, because I just get up and go. I do what I want. I make my own plans. I make my own decision. I know where I'm having dinner. I know what I want to spend this day doing. I know which sites I want to see. I don't have to wait for a collective to vote. Initially, what I would do is plan a yearly international trip. So I would pick one country, and then within that country, I would see what was attainable in terms of geography with another country, or, probably go to 2 cities in one country, whatever the case was. I just wanted to experience places and do things. And so it really started to reawaken this passion inside of me. And so I started just getting up and going and booking a ticket and looking for what was on sale. I started just figuring out ways to pay for things. Then comes in Klarna and Pay Later and Zip and all these beautiful things, and I'm like, what? Like, yes, count me in, I'm gonna do this. And then I started realizing shopping overseas a lot of the times is cheaper. Dining out and having fun, like just having that usual social kind of environment that you're used to is oftentimes a lot cheaper than it would be here in the United States. And that's because in these other countries, socializing is a part of their culture. So you just fit right in. And it just became this really sweet, wonderful thing that I was experiencing. And so because of that, it didn't even feel weird anymore doing these things by myself, because I felt like I was going to these countries and I was meeting new people and, you know, following people on Instagram and making new friends, you know, in different places a lot easier than I would here, because my head was always down and I was always working, or if I did, it just didn't seem to connect for very long. But I just remember it being just so much fun. So that's one of the main things that I love about being a solo traveler. That being said, I do like group trips too. I still take group trips with my friends. Those can be very wonderful, but I'm just saying, if there's somewhere that I want to go, I'm not waiting for somebody or asking permission to go there. And I don't think you should. I know coming out of 2020, I made a decision that I was going to find somewhere to go as much as I possibly could. If I didn't have a budget to pay for one location, I would find a location that suited that budget. And most of the time, that really worked for me. And that might not always be an international trip, but it quite possibly could be. There are places international that you could travel that's way cheaper to travel to than places in the US. It's cheaper than going to Miami or going to LA or going to New York. Really what your budget comes down to is where you want to go and how long you want to stay there for. But trust me when I say it is attainable. I'm going to inspire you with videos, and I just hope you come along for the ride. Reach out, comment, let me know what you want to know about, because I'm here to do this for you, not myself. I mean, the traveling, yes, that's for me, but I just don't want to come on here just showing you my trips. I really want to give you that information that you need. And in order for this to work effectively, I need to know what you want to know. Otherwise, I'll just be talking at you, and nobody wants to do that. It was wonderful talking with you for these last few minutes, and I hope you'll return and like and subscribe and share, because the videos will get better and better. I promise you. Thank you so much, travel buddies. I look forward to seeing you. Until next time, peace.